Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's Saturday webinar training. I'm excited to be able to share some things with you. Some of the feedback that I get while I'm out on the road here in North America is, how does the back office and the compensation plan tie together? Where are the key data points that I would want to look at in the back office to understand how the compensation plan is paying out? And so this is going to be at least a 2-week part series in this presentation. I'm going to today take the next 25 to 30 minutes and give some overview and some basic understanding on how we're going to go about and talk about these two things, show you some of the basic compensation components and where those are found in your back office, and perhaps maybe how to use some of these tools that are back there. But a lot of that, we'll do a deep dive on that next week. We'll have Casey Whitaker, who will really get into that, and being that he's had a large hand in designing the compensation plan and also designing the back office, he of course knows it like the back of his hand, and so it'll be fantastic to be able to have him on with us next week to do that deep dive. But I want to set the right tone this week and give some information, some overview on how the, again, back office, range side, or the compensation, how they tie together. But a couple things that are very important that I want to begin with. Now, these things that I'm going to begin and share and go over with you, all be them maybe basic, but I'm not going to make that assumption because they are very important. And sometimes the most simple things are the most important things. And so I'm going to hit on that this morning on some of the key things that I need in terms of my responsibilities. I need to make sure that I convey these things to you, because as you know and learn these, then you can help other people as well. And then what else I'd really love to encourage you on is taking the time, logging in, and clicking every single button that has a link, a click through. You may see a screen and it may have a bunch of numbers and you may not know how that's coming about. Well, make those notes, those questions, as I believe that you'll have some of those answered today and a lot of those answered next week as we really kind of get into this. And then should there be any other further questions on that, you certainly know how to contact me and email me those, and I will be more than happy to get you those answers. But I really encourage you to take the time to click through and see all that you can see in that back office. Such a powerful tool. And I'll tell you, the conversations in the office here is not what else can we add. It's, is there so much that we need to take some off? Because there truly is a bunch of fantastic tools for that. Now, of course, rather than trying to take away and whatnot, we want to just show you how these tools are so useful for your growth and development of your organization. Now, again, we have a fantastic product line. We have a fantastic story. Seed nutrition, first to market seeds in this industry. And I'll tell you what, we are seeing the growth and all that's just fantastic. However, we need to make sure that we're putting a good focus, it's a strong focus on this opportunity that lays before us. Because I know, as I've been out and traveling, there are literally folks, thousands of people that need this type of information because their current situation requires a little bit extra money. And I want to make sure that they understand how these components work. So without further ado, let me really dive into this and just begin on some of these basic but yet very, very important points. First of all, there are some definitions that you need to know when we look at the compensation plan. Now, again, this isn't a typical compensation plan. We're not necessarily going top to bottom on every point, but we're going to show you how some of these points work. All remains true, however, that you need to understand and know what the terms and definitions are when it comes to reading the compensation plan. Here are 4 of the points, these definitions that you need to know when we talk about personal volume. You know, what your orders are and the orders of your customers. Your personal volume qualification, what it takes to hit a certain qualification marker in the compensation plan. Understanding commissionable volume, the amount of volume that's assigned to each product. Sole, a box of sole is 50. A box of core is 60 CV. And then in group volume, of all those people that you brought in, what volume have they created? That's your group volume. But this is just a few of the items that I really encourage you that you need to know. And to find the complete detailed compensation plan, I'm already going to begin by tying in some information to where you find it here on the back office. You go underneath your dashboard, click over on the left-hand side underneath your document library, and then the first one that will pop up is training. As you scroll down, you'll see some other sources of information with marketing tools and whatnot. But here on the training where it says RAIN International Detailed Compensation Plan, this is a text-heavy document, meaning there's not a lot of graphics and whatnot to it, but it will really outline and put it in paragraphs and sentences to what you need to know on the compensation plan. Read that. Put notes out on the side of it. If you really, really want this opportunity to become successful, you need to know how it's going to happen, right? It's just simple, makes sense. So write out your notes, your questions, put those things down so that you can have a reference and be a great leader when other people come to you and to say how. You can pull that out, you can reference those notes because you don't need to know it all, right? Here's where you find the answers. All right. Now, one of the other things I really hope you're familiar with and are becoming more familiar with is the compensation plan summary. And I just showed you where the details are, but here's just an overview. And this can be found at the bottom of our main website, rainintl.com. But take some time to understand what these mean. That we folks have a weekly compensation plan. The requirements, as you look down here, however, on this personal volume requirements, this section here, this is a requirement for activity. And as long as you have this volume, it'll keep you active in terms of earning commissions to be qualified at that particular rank for 4 weeks. A little bit longer, basically every month, right? When your auto ship hits, or if you just need to have that order. But that is the one component that will be a monthly component on here. Everything else you're going to look as a weekly. Okay? How much volume do you have in your lesser team in the week? Once you have 300 and you have someone who's active on your left and your right side, then you have hit the manager rank. You're going to get a portion of the pool. Okay? You'll start receiving some of the other compensation, of course. Now, you can look at this a little different. You can say, well, wow, every week I've got to hit that. Yeah, or you can times that by 4, and you say, well, there's kind of a monthly number. The reality is we've brought this down so that in a week's time is very doable. Especially as you start reaching these higher ranks, you'll see how the compensation plan and the structure of our binary, just that volume just accumulates. It just happens because there's so many other folks involved in what the team aspect is of the compensation plan. But it's again important to know. And so what I want to do here is not only is it important to understand this document, to know how to use it and read it, but I also want to show you a couple of other places where this document is true in your back office in a couple of different views. First one, your dashboard. Right out of the top, right out of the gate, when you look at here, you'll see what your ranks are, what your next goal is. So in this case, manager has been achieved, okay, and it's now saying, okay, let's go to senior manager. You can look down this and know, okay, there's 110 CV. You only need 50 to have that senior manager rank. You need to have your left and your right who are active, and then you have to have 700 to be that senior manager. Now, you know that you've already hit manager because this says 350, right? So if I bounce back to this again real quick, you'll see manager 300, senior manager 700, left and right. Same thing we're looking at, just in a different view. Also, underneath your commissions tab at the top, click down onto rank here on your left side, and we have this tool right here, which is awesome. I love it. Haven't seen this in any other back office before. that you can click the drop down for the ranks that we have all the way to the very highest ranks, and you can look to see what the requirements are. So again, in this case, if you're going for a bronze executive, okay, you need to have that 100 minimum. Well, 110, check. You're personally left and right, check. Down here, lesser leg, now we need to get up to 1500 on that lesser side. You're at 350, remember, you're that manager rank on here as this example has gone out. And then you also need a manager team, okay, just one. And then once you get those two, you're a bronze executive. Again, I can go back to that summary page, and it's the same information, but now you see it in the utility form in your back office for that. Now, I want to emphasize really quick, a manager team, folks, is an individual that is stemming from your personal enrollments who has hit a manager. You need to have 7 manager teams to hit the highest ranks of this company. So what you really need is you need to have at least personally enrolled 7 people, and either all 7 of those people have hit manager themselves, or those 7 people have enrolled other individuals who have hit manager. Because one of the great things about our compensation plan is Byron says, albeit you enrolled these people, they don't necessarily have to be the ones that hit rank. As long as they enroll somebody else, then no matter where in that depth of that individual that you've enrolled, as long as it stems from your personal enrollment, that's going to count as a manager for you. So if you have one individual that you've enrolled, and that individual has enrolled people, several people, and there very well may be more than one manager or higher rank in that organization, because that's stemming from one of your personal enrollments, that's one manager team. So again, you'll need to go out, recruit, but just don't stop at 7, right? You want to go out and get more, because there's benefits in the generational match bonus that is a generational per your personal enrollments. So great aspects of our compensation plan. I think when people really start understanding that, they'll really see how valuable our compensation is. Okay. All right. So great tools. Wanting to show you again how those are used within the back office. Now, another basic but very important component is the PVQ for earnings. Okay, this is how much volume is required from your personal volume to hit certain points in the compensation plan. Okay, now we have built this out, and I'll say Byron and Casey and their geniuses have built this out in a way that you can really build up to that 200 PVQ requirement to maximize the entire compensation plan. But he didn't make it so you have to do that from the get-go. However, there are some things that you can miss out right from the beginning if you're not aware of what the PVQ requirements are. But let's begin here. When you have a 50 PVQ, meaning you have basically a one box of SOL at the very minimum. You can get 1 box of core, that's 60, again, PV. That qualifies you as long as you have at least 50 PVQ per PV for yourself. You'll earn first order bonuses. The bonuses of the individuals that you have gone out and you've personally enrolled, you'll get that bonus. You'll also receive the infinite components. Now again, these particular bonuses, the infinite bonuses, are now a North America only promotional bonus. The other markets have moved to a little different programs. I say that because I know there's other people from other markets that are looking at this presentation today. And then you're also opened up for the binary team commissions. Okay? When you get to the 2 box, when there's the requirement of 100 PVQ, so 2 boxes, again, 2 SOL, 2 core, whatever it is, as long as you're over 100 PVQ, and that could also be in addition to your customers, right? We'll get into that again in a moment. But here as we now unlock everything else other than the generational bonuses from the 4th to the 7th level. Otherwise, everything else is open. So you can see here on the 200 4-box deal, or again, a combination of additional customers, That's everything, including the generations 4 through 7 as well. But I want to point something out. These two bonuses I've highlighted in the 100 PVQ requirement are bonuses that people leave on the table. And it's not left on the table for the company. It actually rolls up to the next person in your tree who has 100 PV. So for example, you enroll, you sign up somebody, you have a 50 PVQ, you're going to receive the first order bonus. As you go out and you help that person in accordance with the rain cycle, the system, encouraging them, they will go and enroll someone of their own, right? Well, they are going to receive the first order bonus, and there is a first order bonus match dollars that is going to be paid out, should be paid out to you, right? But if you don't have a 100 PV requirement, then that's going to go past you to the next person that has that 100 PVQ requirement. See, folks, our plan is built where we're going to pay out, guaranteed, the money that is earned. There's nowhere in here does the company keep it. It just rolls up to the next individual. So in order to make sure you're capturing these dollars, I'm putting a big emphasis to make sure you understand that 100 PVQ is that marker. And you know, you're on this call, you're dedicating some time because you understand the value of our product. So you know that 2 boxes is going to be something that you'll go through pretty easy. We at the company recognize this key component of the compensation plan, so much so that that's why we've ran this 2-box auto ship promotion for so long. We started out a couple of months. Then it went, we said, let's extend it. It's working. Let's extend it. It's working. And now we've got the 2-box auto ship, $9.99 shipping for our RAIN partners. But just at convention, we opened it up and found an opportunity that we are also going to give the 2-box auto ship to the customers at $12.99 shipping. So if you've been plugged in, you'll have known that already. But again, that's a component that's, again, also available for North America. So point is still true that we need to ensure that we have that at least that 100 to not miss those dollars. And then, of course, that builder's pool bonus, as you've looked back at that compensation plan summary, once you hit that manager rank, you're already taking part in the global bonus pool. And you'll receive a share. We take 3% of the company's global earnings, and we give that out in shares to the parties and the individuals who hit those certain ranks. Well, right out of the gate, early on, a manager rank is already receiving a share of that pool. However, if you don't have that 100 CV, even though it's only a 50 PVQ requirement to be a manager or senior manager, if you don't have that, you'll miss out on that bonus. You'll miss out on that pool. All right? Okay. Other things here that are added on as well is a generational bonus, again, the lifestyle bonus. I wanted to emphasize this because although you're at that 100 PVQ and you're working to build these generations, these depths, and the lifestyle bonus, which is paid out, again, to the higher ranks, we are already putting that in early for you to reach out and to achieve. All right? So we're not going to just leave those bonuses for when you get to the 200 mark. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put them on there. So it unlocks everything with that 100, with exception to that 4th through 7th generation. All right, wonderful. All right, another key important thing. I've got to cruise along. I could be talking for all day, and I'm sure you have some projects to do today and some folks to go out and recruit. So let me continue and buzz on here. Each one of you know we have some business center as an option from initial entry. It's not a requirement that you have to have a certain rank to get other business centers. The reality is we know, and this comes from, again, Byron's experiences, that folks want to come in and just say, I want to buy this position, I want to buy that position, I want to buy this position, structured out just like you see in our 3 business center. So rather than making them have 3 different accounts, Byron just says, look, we'll just give them to you. You can choose right from the beginning. Do you want to come with 1 business center or 3? Simply put, 3 business centers gives you additional profit centers. Here's my point I want to make today. A lot of people look and say, can I upgrade later? And we say, absolutely. That's not a problem. You can upgrade those 2 business centers. The 2nd and 3rd business centers will be plugged right in, just as the structure is seen here, right? As you look at your organization, you'll see that if you have your 2 and 3rd business centers, it'll be populate like this. Now, what you're seeing here on the screen is a real life example. So I've taken out some of the names and the information because I want to emphasize a point to you when it comes to the 3 business centers this morning. You'll see here on this particular individual, his left side, 744,000 plus. His right side, 31,000 plus. What it doesn't show here that I really want to drive the point home is on your commissions under your volume screen. This, folks, this is why people want to get that 3 business center right from the beginning. Although they will still build the outside legs here all the way down to the left and all the way down to the right, leaving these inside legs empty. It's not time. Even with this much volume, it's not time. Because this is what happens. This is what you get when you receive or you come with that 3 business center. Not only are you ensuring that the volume or the dollars from the infinite bonuses are paid to you, but look at this accrual. All right, so you look at this business centers, 1, 2, 3. That's for 1 week. Business centers 1, 2, 3 for the 1 week. In fact, this was last week. Here, you'll see business center 1 for this individual. Left side volume, 36 new. Right side, 31 2. So that makes it a total 36 plus the carry volume from the last week that you'll see here, left over from last week, was carried forward. Okay, plus the new volume on the left side. The right volume will be paid out on 31,000. That's 104 cycles. Okay. What a cycle is our commission cycles at 300 CV. So if you divide 31,480 by 300, it'll be 104 with a remainder of 208, or 280 rather, 280. Okay, getting a little bit of a math lesson for you this morning. But here again, I get so excited about our compensation plan. Here's what's neat. See the second business center? 6.9 million volume. 3 business center on the right side, 6.2. Watch what's happened. 6.8 last week on the left side with the new volume of 47.9 makes it 6.9. See how fast this adds up? Now they have new volume 36.7. Guess what that's going to happen? Next week, the business center 2, it's going to be over 7, well, up to, what is that, 6.9, 45, 58, 50 something? Okay, I don't have my calculator. You see what's happening here? Look at this accrual rate on these. Nothing's happening on the other side yet. It's not time. But when it is time, when you have this cycle maxing out and you're receiving $10,000 a week in this business center alone, then it's time to go build the other side, and that volume is already there. It's already there. But if you don't have that center, if you don't have that place, that volume to land, you don't get that. So again, very important to make sure that everybody at least understands the value of getting that 3 business center right from the get-go. Think about that investment this individual made when he enrolled and signed up. He signed up with a higher kit, spent a little bit extra money, but you can already see what type of return on that investment's going to pay off. Ooh, that's so awesome. Okay. Hope that point's made true. Now, the other thing, moving on, very basic, very important, is the difference in understanding our trees. Okay? We have a binary tree, and then we have sponsor tree. 2 very different things. The majority of our bonuses that are paid out to you are going to be focused around the sponsor tree. The binary is simply where people are placed. And so as you look on the screen here, you'll see these icons here in black. These 7 individuals in the binary are the same 7 individuals that are listed in the sponsor tree. Sponsor tree are individuals that are directly tied to you, that you personally sponsored in the organization. Now, where they are placed in the binary tree is simply by virtue of time of when they came in. The individuals in the blue were either placed there by the upline, or they were placed there by your new recruits, and they're putting people in. They're not your personally sponsored. They're somebody else's. But the individuals, again, that are in the black are your personally sponsored. And from them stems a great deal of the compensation plan. So I want to show you again in the back office. When you look at this tree, this is your binary tree, right? All that volume. This individual himself has not generated 744,000 of volume. He has, with his team, both up and down lines, generated that volume. Okay? Same is true on the right side. He's gone out, he's built that out, and now you have other people adding to that volume as well. The sponsor, as you look down here on the left side, this is where you see your sponsor tree. Different view, but this list of names right here are individuals that you personally sponsored. You can click through on these little plus icons and see, in fact, let's use Rain Demo as an example here. Again, this is just a test account. You could click on that plus, and it will come down a list of their personally sponsored, which, again, if you had your 100 PVQ, you would receive first order bonuses on all those people. I'm going to show you a different view on that here in a moment. Important to note, though, the difference between your sponsor tree and your binary tree. So, to wrap up the presentation today, I'm just going to go through 4 of the 9 ways to get paid and how you go about getting paid and where you see that in the back office. So first, preferred customers. Now, preferred customers, we know sold $85, the retail price, a great deal even at that for the ingredients, the cost, the proprietary aspects of that product. Core, same is true as well with $90. The auto ship pricing, you're looking at $65 on auto ship for Soul, $73 for Core. Bonuses that are paid out, $20 per box. $20 per box, regardless if that's, one customer buying 10 boxes, 10 customers buying 1 box. Every box, you as their enroller will receive $20. Plus, you'll also receive 10 personal volume qualifications for Soul if they buy Soul, and you'll actually receive 20 personal volume qualifications if they buy Core. Okay? Now, again, these personal volume qualifications will go towards your PVQ for the requirements on that rank. So not to reiterate this, but I'm going to. Repetition tends to show results. If you have 1 box of Soul 50 and you have customers, let's say you have 2 customers that are buying 1 box of Core and 1 customer buying 1 box of Soul, that's 50. That goes to your PVQ. You're at 100 now, right? So customers play an important role, very important role, and they'll pay nicely, but you're going to make a lot more money when you build these out as RAIN partners. But let me show you where you see your customers in your back office. Okay, the path to here is, again, you'll spend a lot of time in your organization view, as we have done so today by showing you some of these key important points. But you go to your organization, you click on Organization Views on the bottom or on the left side here, and then from here, you'll go back up and click on Personally Sponsored List, right up here in the center. Here, it's going to show you personally sponsored RAIN partners on the top, and then scroll down if you have a lot of RAIN partners, which I hope each one of you have, and you'll see at the bottom, Sponsored Preferred Customer List. These are where your customers land. They're not going to be seen in the binary tree because they're not RAIN partners. You're going to see them right here. So every time you have a customer buy, you're going to see some volume hit on there. And hey, if they all have their auto ships, then you know and can expect that if each one of these have 1 box, at least you're getting There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people there. There's $80 that you know it's going to come to you, and $20 on the next following week from that auto ship date. So again, you see down here this Kenna, again, is an example, a test name. Their auto ship was on the 12th. So the following week, somewhere around, a week, or depending on when of course, when that happened, what day in the week, well, you can expect that $20 in commissions is going to come to you, right? Okay, next one, the first order bonus. Whoa, 9:30. I apologize. Good information, I hope, though. First order bonus. Hey, I've listed out all the various kits. 1 Business Center, 4-box, 30. You can get $40 on the 2 and 2 mix box. You can get $90 on the 3 Business Center, 10 box of Soul, or 3 Business Center mix kit, 10 and 8, a real builder's kit. There's 200 first order bonus dollars there. Okay? You can see how that can pay out when you get in terms of volume. But here's again where you see your organization, your tree views, your sponsor tree, your organization views. You go to that same personal sponsor list. These are, you are going to know. You are going to know because you should have had a very intimate relationship in terms of having them sign up. You know you were there when they signed up. You helped them sign up. It's part of the rain cycle. It's encouraging them. It's being right there with them. They're not in until you help them make sure they're in. You will then have those bonuses paid out. You'll know that. But this is the list of individuals. So this account, you would have received first order bonuses on all these people because they're personally sponsored. If we look at the first order bonus match, again, those dollars will be paid out to you, but let's not forget 100 PVQ is a requirement for you to receive that first order bonus match on these individuals that are coming in with these kits. Same thing, you can go and see personally sponsored list, but I'm going to show you something else. Right here, we looked at Rain Demo. Remember on the sponsor tree view, we looked at Rain Demo. There's a little plus, and it showed it can show depth of their second level. Well, same is true here. This 23 is how many individuals he has personally sponsored, or she has personally sponsored. So if you click on that, it's going to show you Rain Demo sponsored 26 people. If you've had that 100 PVQ, you would have received first order bonus match dollars on all 26 of those people as they have come in. Right? So that's where you can see that. All right, moving right along. You can also go in and get a little bit more detailed on the who. When you receive the commissions payout, you can go in, click on the weekly commissions. You'll show you the detail of that week, and you can even click on the first order bonus match down here. And in that week, this first order bonus match you received from this Testerton is his name. Okay? And you received $30 in that. So another way where you can see that. All right. Now, I really want to just make a quick point before I finish this up on the incentive crews, because what I just talked about with the first order bonus match is the same place in the volume you're going to receive points for the crews that we're going at right now. So it's all focused that we talk about Rain Partner Teams. Well, Rain Partner Teams, you get 2 who you've personally sponsored and help them get 2. The same place where you're getting the first order bonus match dollars, you're also going to receive points towards the crews. So every time that you have completed a Rain Partner Team, that is where you've had a person that you've personally sponsored, help them get 2, and get your other personally sponsored person, help them get 2. So you've got those 4 people. When that's in place, whatever that volume is that they came in at, not only, again, you're going to have already received the first order bonus match dollars, but you're going to receive a percentage. And in this case, what we're doing is we're giving 20% of the total amount of those individuals' enrollments. So in this example, if they came in with the 300 CV kit, well, you get 240 points. That's 20% of 1,200. If you go and get them all in with that 700 CV kit, that builder's kit, well, 20% of 2,800 is 560 points. We've made this cruise very easy to go out and get. We want people there. We want you. We've planned it out. We've got the location down now. We're going to make an announcement on that here in the coming week or so you know where you're going to be coming with us. But look, even at that one RAIN partner team with that 560 business builders kit, you're already on. And as you keep going and working up, there's higher balconies, there's better suites, whatnot for that. Plus, there's a travel credit for any points that you want to use that are an accumulated 500. And you don't have to get to the highest level to start earning that. If you have 900 points, you can either get 2 people in a window cabin, or you can get 1 person inside and have $500 travel credit to help you get out there as well. A couple other examples I've listed out here, but I'm really excited about this. Again, this is a North America cruise, and so we want all of our North America RAIN partners to come with us. You can see your RAIN partners by going to your dashboard, seeing the potential RAIN partners. These, again, are your personally sponsored folks. See how things are starting to tie together? These are all your personally sponsored individuals. And down here, you see how this fake test one, they have 1 person that they've personally enrolled. So they need to get another one on this other side, on this right side here. And then that's half of that RAIN partner team. And then just any other individual you'll need to go help get to that is on your personally sponsored list and help them get to. And then it will show you all the full RAIN partner teams as well. Okay, team commissions, and this is where we're going to wrap up at. Team commissions is again, a big part of our compensation. It won't be the highest dollar earning aspect though. That's actually in the generational match bonus, which I'm not going to get too much in today. But on the team commissions, you got to be qualified. We've talked about this, at least 50, 1 left, 1 right. Okay. Team commissions are paid out. We basically pay out 10% of the lesser side to you. There's an example here, but what I'm interested in showing you today is what you're looking at it in the back office. Okay. Number 1, here's what you can see. Your left leg volume, your right leg volume. So again, lesser side, you're going to receive 10% of that 31,480 depending on the cycles that it processes. You can see the same thing here. The volume, your lesser side, is where you're going to receive compensation. It's very important, folks, to keep balance. We see that a lot. So I don't know if I would necessarily say that this individual is balanced. You know, there's a lot of work there on the right side that needs to happen, but they have great momentum going. But again, as we point out earlier on this, here is where you'll receive that 10% of the lesser side, cycles at 300. So whatever 104 times 30, okay, because 10% of 300 is what will be paid out. So this individual is receiving $3,120 in the team commissions. That's $3,120. And then that's why, again, he's not at the 10 grand mark. That's why we're not building these other 2 positions yet. Great momentum, great excitement, but it's fun to see those numbers and have those take off. All right. Wow. A lot of information. I hope that you're able to keep up to speed. We went 40 minutes, and I appreciate you staying on with us, or with me. I guess I'm talking to me and the mouse in my pocket, I suppose. But we are having a great time here at RAIN International. Amazing things are happening, and I just am so appreciative for you. So if there's any questions that came from this, feel free to email me, russ@rainintl.com. I'll get you your answers. But be sure to stay plugged into what we're talking about again next week as we go even deeper into how to utilize the back office and what you're seeing with the tools and information that we have in terms of literature, with the compensation plan, and so forth. Thank you for spending some time with me this morning. All fantastic, wonderful. I love looking at the list of people, but without any further ado, have a great day. Go out there, make sure you've got your position at 3 Business Center, make sure you have 100 PVQ, make sure your RAIN partners aren't missing out on any dollars that they could be missing out as well, and let's go out there and make it rain. Have a great one, everybody. Talk to you Monday. Bye-bye.